Samsung has titillated us with the mention of the industry's first 256 terabyte solid state drive. To put that amount of storage in perspective, you could fit nearly half of the average Steam library on there.
And you know you ain't gonna use all those.
And not even half of those are played. I'm Riley Murdoch, this is TechLinked, and this technological tease occurred during the Flash Memory Summit, not to be confused with the Flash Bulb Memory Summit, where thousands gather to discuss the horribly traumatic things they've seen. Samsung said very little about the upcoming SSD, but did mention that the drive uses 7 times less energy than if you were to combine 8 32 terabyte drives to get the same level of storage. Now to put that in perspective, imagine pitting 8 evil Kevin Hart clones versus 1 Dwayne Johnson, and then you realize that's probably the premise for a movie being made right now.
In a jungle.
It's in a jungle, there's a lot of ad-libs. It won't do well. Samsung also showcased their new PBSSD architecture, a petabyte scale, ultra high capacity solution that allows capacity changes based on context and automatically asks for more public funding. For mainstream consumers, the company unveiled their new PCIe Gen 5 SSD that will offer capacities of up to nearly 31 terabytes and features sequential read bandwidth of 16 gigabytes per second. More than enough to download 8 Hearts, 1 Johnson the minute it releases. Multiple new vulnerabilities have been identified in both Intel and AMD processors with fun names like Inception, Downfall, and Zenbleed, continuing to prove that security researchers would have started a death metal band if their parents didn't make them go to security school. You're gonna discover software exploits just like your father. Unsurprisingly, all 3 of the attacks exploit the speculative execution feature used in modern CPUs, which researchers have been using as an excuse to come up with cool names and logos for their vulnerabilities since the original Meltdown and Spectre popped off in 2018.
These all do sound like James Bond films featuring Adele.
The Adventures of James Bond and Adele. The attacks have been designated medium severity, partially because attackers would need physical access to the target PC, but together, they could target a wide swath of chips currently in use. Downfall affects Intel's 6th to 11th gen CPUs, Zenbleed affects the Ryzen 3000 to 5000 series, Threadripper 3000 and Epic Rome, and Inception affects basically all Ryzen processors. Now, if you're wondering why I'm being so nonchalant about the whole thing, it's because firmware updates are already available that largely patch these flaws. So update your BIOS and remind yourself the world is a dangerous place that is constantly attempting to murder you.
And one day, it'll succeed.
It'll get you. Tech news site CNET has been deleting thousands of old articles over the last few months as a way of gaming Google search rankings, according to an internal memo CNET voluntarily shared with Gizmodo when asked. I guess CNET has no shame. After all, this is the same company that earlier this year fired 10% of their staff in order to focus on appearing more authoritative to Google, and then got caught posting inaccurate, SEO-ified financial advice articles that were covertly written by AI. If that's confusing, it's a bit like a little kid shoving half a bag of baby carrots up their nose in a desperate bid for attention. Oh, that clarifies things.
Look what I can do.
In an apparent response, Google's search liaison zeeted a reminder that Google penalizing sites simply because they contain older content is not a thing. However, Google did state in 2011 that removing older and, importantly, low-quality content can improve site-wide ranking. That's an and, not an or. Get your Boolean logic straight.
Algebra burn.
Selective content pruning is a known advanced SEO practice, like the 6 red yang formation jutsu, but for marketing. However, purging thousands of pages is more like trying to lose weight by cutting off your less useful arm. Lose 5% of your body weight with this one clever trick doctors hate.
Her secret? Leprosy.
Who is she? Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Best Buy. Look, we know studying can be a chore. I mean, how many of you are procrastinating and watching this right now? Don't leave. We ain't narcs. Best Buy is holding their back to school sale, and you can score some sick deals on big brands like Sony, HP, Logitech, and more. So wait until the end of this video, then get off your butts and go check it out at the link below. Or stay on your butt and check it out, either one. Aw, Linus never gives me any treats for quickening my bits. Meanwhile, Luke gets the beef flavor? That's the best one. These are getting worse.
They're getting self-referential, which is, I think, presumptuous. How many people are gonna have watched both?
Valve has announced they are now selling refurbished Steam Decks for about 20% less than a normal, boring, unpre-loved one. It's not coded in anything. The refurbs are available online through Steam and in-store at select GameStop locations, and they still include a 1-year warranty. It's also a cheaper way to get into the massive deck modding community. I mean, imagine how much more popular pet adoption would be if you could upgrade the senior cat you're gonna buy with off-the-shelf parts. Laser eyes.
Additional memory.
For members where to pee. The internet blew up in the past few weeks with news of a room temperature superconductor called LK99, and boy, is it one of the substances of all time. So far, lots of other attempts at replication have resulted in papers with mixed results, though some theoretical calculations suggest there's some secret structure sauce within LK99 that could lead to a room temp superconductor, just not now and not in LK99. Especially after LK99 gets charged with identity theft for stealing the name of one of Elon Musk's many children. Most of them have normal names. And then there's like R2D2. Google is reportedly working on a feature that will allow you to link your Android devices together when they're logged into the same Google account, in a similar vein to Apple's continuity. Not content to stop at copying Apple, Google is also adding annotations to slides a la Microsoft PowerPoint, which I'm sure is a joy to people forced to continue making slideshows past college graduation.
Some of us just like them.
Check out these slides. A leaked video of what is apparently Sony's upcoming PS5 Slim was posted on Twitter by an account called BWE, but they were apparently not happy about it. BWE wrote that the model's Blu-ray drive looks weird. It has ugly black slits on the sides and embossed shapes from the PS5 controller on the back, which they say is stupid. To make matters worse, they say the PS5 Slim is about 5 centimeters shorter, but not much thinner. Oh, well, I totally get the rage then. I am also quite angry. Ooh, I hope I don't punch any of these walls in my fury. That's not slim at all! And a company called Aug X has released Augie, an AI-powered video creation platform that also lets you clone voices. Aug X's founder alleges Augie was inspired by users who didn't like speaking into a microphone. Instead, users can clone their voice by simply speaking into a microphone or selecting a pre-recorded voice. There it is. The tool is designed for marketers and social media teams, so safety guards are in place to prevent misuse, like how it will only accept voices recorded with a live mic. It's sure to be extremely useful for people like celebrities who can't record their contractually obligated sponsored Instagram posts because they're too busy yachting. And you better not yacht on Monday, because that's when the next Tech Link comes out. I guess the episode wouldn't have to come out if anyone ever invited me to yacht. C'est la vie.